she looked incredible, especially with the time off. Everybody knows how I feel about that much time off, plus the things that she battled personally,
You would have won the title by now.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So, you know, I think at the time, I think maybe Joanna even had it. So I would have had the opportunity to face her as well. And, you know, then even maybe Rose, because she was in the mix then too. Now she switched weight classes up. So yeah, no, I had like, but you know what? Like now I can go ahead and still face someone who actually beat Joanna twice. So it's not, you know what I mean? I could still kind of prove that, you know what I mean, here and even a few years later.
You can break her, or you've seen her fight. She's had fight of the year. She's
Hmm.
bounced back too. So do you think you can break her in the?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could do that to anybody in the world. I think that, like, you know, I'm super relentless. I keep going. I have a really good gas tank, but you know, the thing that separates me from I think a lot of people is just like I said, my relentlessness, and I mean, my wrestling is just second to none. You know, I think that like I have a series of attacks that I'm very good at, and once I start flowing, it's very very hard to stop me. And even in just grappling in general, like they think that they're safe, and then they're all of a sudden they're in a choke. You know, so that's definitely my best attribute is I've been grappling since I was 3 years old. You know, I've seen that, you know, she had said that she had a lot of experience, but I also have experience in combat sports since I was a really young girl, and I carry those over. I've been testing out creatine sleep packs from Thorne, and wow, they're so clean and convenient to keep me performance ready wherever I go. What I love is that Thorne's creatine is NSF certified for sport, which means it's been tested for quality and banned. That's huge for me. Thorne's creatine travel packs are unflavored and don't leave an aftertaste, so I can mix it with anything before a workout. The single serve stick packs are so easy. I just toss one in my bag so I can use it before a workout and to have on hand wherever I travel for a fight. Grab a pack of Thorne's creatine and feel the difference.
Dana White has sent a strong warning to Dakota Ditcheva, making it clear that the one fighter she should be most concerned about is Tatiana Suarez, a woman who has battled through cancer, endured multiple injuries, and overcome every obstacle to establish herself as one of the most feared fighters on the planet.
Like now I can go ahead and still face someone who actually beat you on a twice. So it's not, you know what I mean? I could still kind of prove that, you know what I mean?
But the question on everyone's mind is this: could she defeat PFL's rising star, Dakota Ditcheva, if they ever cross paths? Stick around, because we're about to break down everything you need to know about the unstoppable Tatiana Suarez.
Put away. Put away.
Let me paint you a clear picture of true championship mentality. After suffering her first career loss to Zhang Weili at UFC 312, Tatiana Suarez didn't make excuses. Instead, she revealed something that should strike fear into every strawweight on the planet. I hurt my knee during that fight, and it changed everything, Suarez admitted. I've never publicly said this before, but it definitely affected the way I fought. If you watch any of my fights, I don't just shoot randomly. But in that moment, I felt nervous because of my knee.
You know, I know she was gonna come at me. You know, I felt like I have such good footwork. I have good footwork. I have good striking. I was able to show a little bit of my striking, but I wanted to show a little bit more. You know, I wanted to throw my cross a little more, but I didn't do it. But it's okay because I got some experience in there, and you know, I executed where I needed to execute. I got my takedowns. I out grappled her, and like I said, I outstruck her too. And I'm just really really proud of myself because, you know, in the past I haven't really showed much of my striking, and you know, a lot of my first round I did a lot of striking, you know, and I did it a lot on purpose, you know, because I wanted to see. You know, I wanted to gain experience in that sense. Like, I just want to get more well-rounded, and I need to feel more comfortable in there because I'm going to become the world champion, and I want to have those minutes down in there. So,
But here's the kicker. Even with that injury, and even after her first loss, Suarez's confidence hasn't wavered one bit, she told reporters. I don't think that was my true self out there. I can't say Zhang Weili is better than me. I don't believe that. And that's not arrogance. Folks, that's the mindset of a true
I don't
champion.
really formulate my training on my opponent. I just focus on getting better as a martial artist, and I know that, there's styles that like predominantly a grappler, predominantly a stand-up fighter, but I choose to just get better as a martial artist, and I think the victory will come. Just focusing on myself.
Obviously, Jessica is a former champion and whatnot. Does that kind of excite you, just kind of the name value that comes with fighting Jessica Andrade?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've already beat a former world champion in Carla Esparza, current champion in Alexa Grasso, and then this will be my third world champion. So I'm able to face and get a victory over.
Before we dive into potential dream matchups, you need to understand what Tatiana Suarez has already overcome. This woman is the definition of unbreakable. Imagine being just 21 years old, ranked as the #1 freestyle wrestler in America, with Olympic dreams within reach. And then bam, a neck injury shatters it all. But it didn't stop there. Doctors soon discovered cancer in her thyroid. Most people would have crumbled under that weight. Not Tatiana Suarez.
Just about what they think. But for me, it's just funny because they didn't get a real dose of Patchy Mix, and they're gonna on October 4th, and I'm super excited for that to happen because then it'll just shut everybody up, and they're gonna see how exciting he truly is and what an amazing fighter he is. And it's cool because it's like I get to watch him, train every day, so I'm just seeing like him pick everybody's brain and learn more and more every single day, becoming a better martial artist. We're here in San Antonio, but we drove, Pat's been driving to Austin to train with the B team guys and, picking their brain about some jiu-jitsu stuff. He's always trying to evolve, and even though he's such an amazing grappler, he's still getting better and improving and still so hungry to get better and become the best version of himself. So it's cool because, on October 4th, he's going to show them.
She underwent radiation therapy, had her thyroid and lymph nodes removed, beat cancer, and then made a life-changing decision to switch sports completely and dominate MMA. Since joining the UFC in 2016 after winning The Ultimate Fighter, Suarez has been nothing short of a wrecking machine. 9 wins, just 1 loss in professional MMA, 7 straight UFC victories before the Zhang Weili fight, and 3 performance of the night bonuses. Currently ranked #2 in the strawweight division, she recently proved her grit again by defeating Amanda Lemos at Noche UFC, and her message couldn't be clearer. I want to fight all the people that others don't want to fight. I gladly sign my name on that line.
It's finally my first time back in front of fans. I'm just so grateful that I was able to go ahead and put up a performance and get a submission because I want to have, most submissions in history for strawweight. Let's see who can do it.
Now here's where things get really interesting. Dakota Ditcheva is storming to the PFL's featherweight division like a hurricane. Undefeated, explosive, and seen by many as a future of women's MMA. She's quickly becoming a name you can't ignore. But if we're talking pure hypotheticals, and yes, this is all fantasy since they fight in different organizations and weight classes, let's break down how this dream matchup could play out.
To anybody in the world, I think that I'm super relentless. I keep going. I have a really good gas tank, but the thing that separates me from I think a lot of people is just, like I said, my relentlessness. And my wrestling is just second to none. I think that I have a series of attacks that I'm very good at. And once I start flowing, it's very, very hard to stop me. And even in just grappling in general, they think that they're safe and then all of a sudden they're in a choke, So that's definitely my best attribute is I've been grappling since I was 3 years old. I've seen that, she had said that she had a lot of experience, but I also have experience in combat sports since I was a really young girl, and I carry those over to now, today.
Tatiana's advantages are crystal clear. An elite wrestling background, world championship level submission skills, a deadly love for guillotine chokes, and UFC championship level experience. Add to that her mental toughness, which is literally off the charts. And you've got a fighter who's faced and defeated some of the toughest names in the game. On the other side, Dakota's advantages are just as dangerous, explosive striking power, an undefeated record with unstoppable momentum, youth and hunger, plus a clear size advantage as a natural featherweight. But here's what Suarez herself would say about that matchup. In her own words, "I think she's a great fighter. I think she's well-rounded, and I'm excited about that because it'll showcase how great I really am, and I can show everybody that I'm still the best in the world."
I come there to, I never have like I'm never like, oh, I just want to get a takedown. That's just what happens. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show my game, all of it, every single time. I'm not sitting out there to be like, oh, I'm only going to stand with Jessica because I'm so stubborn or whatever it may be. I'm just going to do whatever feels natural to me is what I'm going to do.
With Zhang Weili vacating the strawweight title to move up to flyweight, the division is now wide open. Verna Jandiroba and Mackenzie Dern are set to battle for the vacant belt at UFC 321, and Suarez is positioning herself perfectly for the next title shot. After her win over Lemos, she explained, "I think this will definitely get me in the talks of, okay, who's next to the belt? I'm not asking for an immediate title shot after I win, but I do think this sets me up."
What? I nominate me.
Who's the best dressed?
I nominate myself. Look at those kicks.
Who would you most like to have dinner with?
All at one table. The Last Supper.
Who is the funniest?
Angela Hill.
Who has the best hands?
Rose.
Who has the highest fight IQ?
Valentina.
Who would you most like by your side in a street fight?
Amanda Nunes. She'd knock out a man.
Who has the coolest tattoo?
Jesse Jess.
Who'd your dream fight be?
Ronda Rousey.
Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe for more MMA content that hits harder than a Suarez takedown. Until next time, keep training, stay sharp, and above all, stay unbreakable. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe for more MMA content that hits harder than a Suarez takedown. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss the biggest MMA updates. Drop a comment with your thoughts who wins, Suarez or Dakota. Share this video with fight fans who love dream matchups. And hit that notification bell so you're always first to catch our next upload. Until next time, keep training, stay sharp, and above all, stay unbreakable.